Welcome back to the Lost Survivor Guide with Lost producers Damon Lindelof and Carlton Cuse, exploring this most unusual place of faith and healing.
The island has magic to it, certain mystical properties, at least some of our characters think so. The most profound thing that happens on the island is that John Locke can suddenly walk, and then we have Sun.
Thank you for waiting with me and not asking why you're here and not Jin,
who suddenly finds out that she's pregnant here on the island.
You're pregnant?
She had been told that her and her husband Jin would never be able to have a baby. They came to the island incredibly estranged. They have grown much closer in their time there, but now we know that Sun was having an affair with another man before they got on that plane.
What's wrong?
What's wrong is I'm married.
She told Jin that the baby is his, but she doesn't know herself.
그렇다면 이건 기적이야.
Why is the island sort of providing people these tests? Is it ultimately going to lead to their eventual redemption?
Do you want your guitar more than your drug? This island just might give you what you're looking for, but you have to give the island something. Look up, Charlie.
You're not gonna ask me to pray or something.
I want you to look up.
People don't seem to look me in the eye here. I think I scare them. It's like I'm this time bomb of responsibility just waiting to go off.
You don't scare me.
Charlie and Claire have a complicated history together.
You don't like me, Charlie, okay? You just want to rescue me because of this.
He loves her, and part of her really loves him, but because Charlie was an addict, Claire isn't entirely sure she can trust him.
The plane was loaded with heroin.
There's kind of a do-over quality to the island, that you get a chance to sort of relive and relive and relive some of the issues that caused you to get in trouble off the island.
She's got a bit to learn about being a mum. Responsibility and all.
Now that's an interesting thing to say for a heroin addict.
Recovering addict.
Even though they're not sort of officially attached, they're kind of as close as there is to sort of a little family within our band of survivors.
Everybody has mistakes that they've made in their past life, things that they wish they could erase, go back and do differently. Now the island affords them the opportunity to do that. So there's all these things that are happening on the island that are sort of outside the bounds of the science that sort of gives these people the mystical impression that maybe they are being led by, you know, a larger force.
We were brought here for a purpose, for a reason, all of us.
And who brought us here, John?
The island. It's destiny.
I don't believe in destiny.
Locke believed destiny led him to a hatch in the ground.
The path ends at the hatch. All of it happened so that we could open the hatch.
And he set about to blow it open.
Keith, you run the fuse.
Are we ready?
Wait a sec.
But when Hurley saw 6 familiar numbers on the hatch, he was certain that destiny was leading them to disaster.
Stop!
Hurley is sort of everybody's friend.
Dude.
The nice thing about Hurley is he tries to make lemonade out of lemons.
You gonna put the lime in the coconut, drink them both up?
He's one of the guys on the island who sort of tries to look on the bright side of life.
Dudes, listen, if we're stuck here, then just surviving's not gonna cut it. We need some kind of relief, you know? We need some way that we can, you know, have fun.
He tries to sort of look at every new day of saying, hey, we're alive, we're here on this island, and let's try to make the best of it.
Hold it! Stop, do you hear that? It's gotta be close, right?
It could be coming from anywhere.
Or any time. Just kidding, dude.
Hurley had a little bit of a bad stint and was in a mental institution, and he met a guy who was chanting these numbers.
4, 8, 15, 16,
dude.
Hurley had these numbers in his head, and so he played them in the lottery. He put them on a lottery ticket, and lo and behold, he won this giant lottery jackpot. But once that happened, bad things started happening in his life.
His grandpa died.
His mom's house burned down.
You are not the first lottery winner to believe the money's brought him nothing but trouble. There is no such thing as a...
Hurley is kind of amazed to discover that the numbers are also etched on the side of the hatch that they're getting ready to blow open.
Hurley, you gotta get back!
What's in the hatch? There's a guy down there, and his name is Desmond.
Are you him?
He's had an issue with trying to do the right thing and be a hero in his life.
To prove himself to the love of his life, Desmond entered a sailing race around the world.
I'm going to win this race, Bill. And in a year, I'll be back.
He crashed on the island. He was dragged off the beach by another dude. He brings Desmond down into this hatch, and he basically says, our job here is to push this button. We have to do it every 108 minutes, or else the world is going to end.
What was all that about then?
Just saving the world.
Saving the world.
His words, not mine. So I started pushing the button too. And we saved the world together for a while, and that was lovely. Then Kelvin died, and now here I am all alone. The end.
You think that makes sense, pushing a button?
You're gonna take his word for it.
His word is all we have, Jack. You don't have to take my word for it. Watch the film.
They discovered that it's a scientific research station that was built in the late 70s by a group called the Dharma Initiative. As time goes on, we learn that the Dharma Initiative built a bunch of different hatches around on this island, and that they were using these hatches to conduct various types of scientific research.
You see this? Interesting.
We've become aware that the island had these mysterious properties, and they were trying to utilize those properties as part of the research. So Locke sets up shifts, and people start pushing that button.
You do it, Jack.
What?
You have to do it.
You do it yourself, John.
Why do you find it so hard to believe?
Why do you find it so easy?
It's never been easy. It's a leap of faith, Jack.
Then they take it on faith that this button has to be pushed every 108 minutes and that is essential to their survival.
I'll take the first shift.